Let's go, Mace. Let's go, baby. Let's go, Mace. Have a day. Let's go, baby. Hard out today, man. Hard out. Go, Ike. Come on, man. Come on, look at you work here. Come in.
Good afternoon and welcome to Redmond High School here in the city limits of Redmond, Washington, as we prepare for Game 4 of the Art Red Memorial Day Tournament Game Series for the Redmond Dudes national team. This first pitch outside the zone, ball one for Mason Diaz, leading us off here in Game 4. They fell up short against Wenatchee Valley and Puyallup, as this one is dinged into center field for a nice base hit for Diaz. To first he goes and now is on base. Diaz, a leadoff single, had a home run a few games ago against Spokane. Again, they fell up short against Wenatchee Valley yesterday in Puyallup 6-4. This will be their last game of the Art Red Memorial Day series. Here's now Lance Burt up in the batter's box, the center fielder today. There's been a few switches of positioning here, fielding-wise, for the Dudes. That one outside the zone, ball one. 1-0 is the count here for Burt, second in the order for the Dudes. On deck is Malachi Note, who's playing third base today. Diaz, who just had his plate appearance, will be behind the dish today for the Dudes. That pitch in the zone. Strike one for Burt. Evens count out at 1-1 here. On the mound for VeloTech today is who the Dudes are playing, is Price, as you see him there. 1-1 pitch for Burt, upcoming. A runner on base. That one outside the zone, ball two. Burt, center fielder, left-handed hitter today for the Dudes. In yesterday's game, 3 hits, including an RBI single, and 2 runs scored as they'll try to pick off first. Not going to get Diaz over there. 2-1 is the count. It remains for Burt. Go, Burt. 2 balls, a strike, no outs. Burt swings at this one and fouls it off behind him into the cage. Count at 2-2 now for Lance.
Winning. Come on, Lance. Go, Lance. I'm not 1-2.
Along with his 3 hits, 1 fly out to end the game in the 6th inning as his last at bat, and trying to get over to second is going to be Diaz, and he's going to get there in time safely. Now a runner on second, that's Diaz, in scoring position after the base hit. No outs here for Burt. As we await this next pitch here from Price on the mound.
That is a factor box.
Time called momentarily as Burt gets reset here behind the batter's box, steps back up into it, and he's getting set again. There's Price on the mound, sends that one in. Outside the zone it goes. To first will walk Lance on the full count. Now a runner on first and second for the Dudes, no outs, and there's going to be time called real quick for a meeting between some VeloTech players. On the mound, Price behind the dish for them is Crossan. They're having a quick chat over there.
Go line drive. Let's go. Hey, Mally, I'm back. Go, Mally, I'm back here. Gotta move on the ground, man. Bring it on line. Come down 1-5. Do some damage, baby. Let's go. North with you.
So here's Malachi Note now up in the batter's box, the third baseman today. That pitch inside the zone, strike one for Malachi. Yesterday, 3 hits, including 2 RBIs, a single and a double, a single in the third inning, and a ground out in the first. For the Dudes, they represented the home team yesterday, the away team here at Redmond High School. That pitch goes outside for ball 1 on Malachi. 1-1 is the count now. Kazuma Gonzalez is on deck. No outs. 2 runners on. Diaz on second. Burt over on first. For Malachi. Swing and a miss. There is strike number 2 for Note. Again, no outs for Malachi. He grounded out on his first at-bat yesterday. No strikeouts yesterday through his 4 at-bats, including those 2 RBIs and the hit in the third inning.
Mally, I'm not kid. One back.
Ball 2 strikes. That one is fouled off to the right side. Lorraine 1-2 for Malachi. Up in the batter's box, you see him there. Right-handed hitter.
Go, Mally, I'm bad. 1-5, nobody better. Go, Mally, battle for me, kid. I'm now.
From Mukilteo, Washington, they went 14-9 this year at Kamiak High School. This pitch sent towards the left side, gets past the glove of the third baseman. Around third comes Diaz. He's going to slide in home safely. For the first score of the game, the Dudes put 1 on the board. Malachi on first now, Lance. Burt advances only to second as that one slips right past the glove of the third baseman for VeloTech. Simonson is the last name of that one. Now up at bat, here's Gonzalez. That pitch outside the zone, ball 1 for Gonzalez, the EH today for the Dudes.
Second, nobody.
2 base runners for the Dudes, and there's another ball for Gonzalez. Juan Hernandez is on deck, and still no outs for Dudes National as they lead 1-0 here.
Second there.
2-0 goes low and away. Ball 3 here for Gonzalez now. And Gonzalez, 2 ground outs and a fly out yesterday. Sorry, make that 3 ground outs and a fly out. Didn't get on base once through his 4 at-bats. And that one's going to hit him. So to first he goes, and the bases are now loaded for the Dudes as it hits Gonzalez right in the shoulder there. That could not have felt great. But now Bird advances over to third. Malachi over on second now, and Gonzalez on first. Still no outs. Bases are loaded here for Juan Hernandez. Yesterday an RBI single and then 2 ground outs and a strikeout through his 4 at-bats. RBI single in the third, scored Lance Burt. And so now Burt's over on third. He could very well do the same thing today.
Go on. Nobody, Kuzi.
Hernandez, the first baseman today. He was an EH yesterday. He pitched the day before. Dudes 1-2 so far in the Art Wright Memorial Day Series, and that pitch is fouled off to the right side by Hernandez. Strike 1.
Go, man. Something simple. Nobody, Mally.
Bases all loaded here for Hernandez, and That pitch goes inside the zone, strike two. No balls, 2 strikes for Juan, the first baseman. No outs, however. Again, bases are loaded. The score has been ran in by Diaz, batted in by Malachi, who stands over on second there. This one popped up towards the right side in foul territory. The grab is made there by Crossan. Circling around and makes the grab. And very impressive for VeloTech. Not great for the Dudes now. First out on the board. Hernandez pops that one up into foul territory. Either way, the Dudes only have 1 out on the board now. Still 3 base runners on. Dion Lopez up in the batter's box, the shortstop today. Played second base yesterday. So he'll be leading the infield for the Dudes in the bottom of the inning. Again, the Dudes represent the away team here today, starting us off here. Ball 1 on Lopez. That one in the zone, strike 1, brings the count to 1-1 for Lopez. On deck is Calvin Bomer, the right fielder today.
More, Lance. Work.
That one swung at and fouled to the right side with some power by Lopez. 1-2 is the count for the shortstop for the Dudes.
Go 3-5. Need you, bud.
Lance Burt on third. Malachi on second. Gonzalez over on first. That one's in the zone. And Lopez strikes out looking at that one. 2 outs now in a row. Hernandez flies out on the pop-up behind the dish. And now Lopez strikes out looking. Up in the batter's box now here, 7th in the order for the Dudes. Calvin Bomer today, the right fielder. He was 9th in the order yesterday, so a bit of a change up here at the 7, 8, and 9 position. Bomer, the shortstop yesterday. Pitch goes low and away, ball 1 on Bomer. One was the count. Lincoln Cohen is on deck if we get there. There's 2 outs. Dudes currently lead 1-0. The pitch gets loose. No one gets anywhere. Bases are loaded. There's ball 2 on Bomer. See Gonzalez over on first still. Here's the pitch, and this one is swung at and fouled off, takes a bounce in the batter's box and curves out. There's strike 1 on Bomer. Yesterday a run scored by Bomer, and then 2 flyouts in his 3 at-bats in the 3rd, 5th, and 6th innings.
Right here, baby.
You see note right there. Garnering a lead over on second. Here's the pitch as that one goes low and away again. Ball 3 on Calvin.
3-1, baby.
Bomer 7th in the order today. Dudes were getting off to a hot start there with the first 4 at-bats, a flyout and a strikeout since then, and there is strike number 2 on Bomer. The count is full now.
Hey, make sure you go. Let's go, Winnie. Go, Tron.
Full count as VeloTech tries to hold the Dudes here only to 1. Bases are loaded. 3-2, swing and a miss. Bomer strikes out swinging. He is visibly frustrated by that. Cohen was up next. We'll have him in the top of the 2nd. As for VeloTech, they'll lead off with Jones here in the bottom of the 1st as the Dudes put up a score.
Hey, live low, Chuck. Like the low strike.
back here from Redmond High School. The Dudes put up a score in the top of the first. Now bottom of the first. Here we are, Jones leading off. We'll see 1, 2, and 3 here for VeloTech, Jones, Perry, and Protopos. There's ball 1 on Jones. On the mound is Bomer. I'm sorry, that's Lawson on the mound for the Dudes, number 9. Strike 1 there, goes into the zone. 1-1 is the count. With Lawson up there. Bomer did pitch yesterday against Wenatchee Valley over in Puyallup. That pitch just misses, ball 2. Count is at 2-1 now. For Jones, that pitch fouled off. Strike 2 for Jones. 2-2 is the count now.
Go, sit him, Jack.
Bottom of the first here for a leadoff Jones for VeloTech, and that pitch gets loose there from Diaz. 3-2 is the count now.
Go fill it up. Right at him.
Diaz behind the dish. A little bit of a change of pace. We've seen Malachi back there quite a bit. Here is the 2-2. Pitch is swung at and sent towards the left side. Takes a bounce towards Lopez, and everyone's all safe. Jones gets over to first nicely on a base hit.
Go roll it up.
Perry now up at bat for VeloTech, up in the left-handed batter's box there. A runner on base, no outs here. Perry's up. And he'll swing at this one, send it towards the right side into right field. Going back to make the grab, Bomer is there, does it. Everyone remains where they are. Fly out into right field for Perry. And Bomer makes the grab. 1 out on the board, 1 runner on. VeloTech at now third in the order as this one swung at towards the left side. Takes a bounce towards the glove of Lopez again. And bounces right through. And everyone's all safe again. Advancing to second is Jones. And now there's a runner on first, a runner on second for VeloTech after that one. Here's Whitcomb now. Pitch goes outside the zone, ball 1 on Whitcomb. On deck is O'Brien, who is 5th in the order, then Crossan after that. Simonson 7th. 1-0 is the count here for Whitcomb as Lawson gets reset here on the mound. Batted yesterday for the Dudes. Not going to today. Pitch goes low. Ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. 2 runners on. Jones over on second in scoring position as VeloTech trails, and this one is swung at. Strike 1, and the pitch gets loose, and everyone advances. Jones now over on third. Pratapus over on second now. Strike 1 count is at 2-1 now. Runners both in scoring position now. 2 base runners, none on first. 1 out here. And that one goes into the zone. Oh yeah, is right. Strike 2. 2-2 now for Whitcomb. O'Brien on deck again for VeloTech. Whitcomb 4th in the order. Sorry, swings at that one. Strike 3. Out he goes.
Going across.
2 down now for the Dudes. fielding unit. Here's O'Brien up in the batter's box as he steps up right next to it. Getting all set, and there he goes. That pitch swung at, and it's sent back into center field. Backing it up to make the grab is Burt. Back deep in center field. He does it, and that will do it for the inning here. First is done for the Dudes, lead by 1 here from Redmond High School. We'll go to the top of the second here. Dudes will be back up at bat. Lincoln Cohen will lead us off. And we return now. Lincoln Cohen up at bat, 8th in the order. We'll see Cohen, Byers, and back to the top of the order with Diaz at least here. In the top of the second, the Dudes lead 1 run to nothing. There's ball 1 here on Cohen. Cohen pitched yesterday. Was not in the lineup. There's strike 1. And played a little bit of third base as well. 1-1 is the count here for Lincoln. Swings at that pitch, strike number 2. Lincoln coming off of a season at Juanita High School in Kirkland. One ball, 2 strikes, and that pitch goes wide and low. Ball 2-2 is the count for Cohen, playing second base today here for the Dudes. Again, there's been quite a switch in the fielding positions for the Dudes, and that's going to strike out Cohen as it goes right into the zone. And striking out looking is Cohen now. 3 strikeouts in a row here for the Dudes. Going back to the last inning, Lopez, Bomer, and now Cohen. Here's Mags Byers preparing to enter the batter's box here. Price on the mound for VeloTech. Behind the dish is Crossan. So it seems like they're kind of getting into a rhythm here. Here's Mags Byers now, 9th in the order. Again, that's also kind of a change-up as to what we've been seeing. Yesterday it was Bomer. There's a swing and a miss for Byers, strike 1. 0-1 is the count now. Byers was 8th yesterday. He did score a run on the inning, which he was walked on ball 4. 0-1 pitch, that one in the zone, strike 2.
Come on, Max. Take it.
No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out on the board. So that pitch is swung at and fouled off down the third base line. It'll remain 0-2 here for Byers. The Dudes on a 2-game losing streak here after winning against the Washington Awards on Thursday 8-0 in 4.5 innings from right here at Redmond High. They went to Hartman to play Spokane, lost 5-3. Then went over to Puyallup, lost to Wenatchee Valley, and that one goes low and will hit Byers. So the first tee goes on the hit by pitch. Puts one on here for the Dudes, helps their case. Of course, they still lead 1-0.
One out. Three down angle.
And here's Lawson now up at bat for the Dudes as that pitch goes low, ball one on Lawson.
If I knew I'd intentionally walk it. Good lead.
Ball two for Lawson.
Going to Willamette for hitting. This guy's baby Chuck. Oh, field advantage.
Swings at that one, sends it towards the left side into left field. The grab is made there by Wonk out there for the second out here of the second inning for the Dudes.
Yeah. Still under. Stay up. 2 down, man.
And so now we're back to the top of the order here for the Dudes. Mason Diaz up and bat a base hit on his last at bat. He scored the lone run of the game for the Dudes off of the RBI single from Malachi Note. Here he is now as first base. They'll try to get Byers over there, not going to. Here's Diaz's first pitch of the second inning.
All done. It takes an NAA player to do that. Go, man. I'm not fiber. You don't think you're top 15 NAA. Bro, better take that in the
Second pitch on Diaz. That one goes low for a ball.
I gotta cover you, man. Jump on it. Bag, depth shot restoring.
On deck lands Burt. We'll see if we get there. 2 down. 1 runner on. And that pitch again takes a curve low. Another one goes by. That's ball 4 here for Diaz. 4 consecutive balls. Puts him over on first. Advances Byers over to second. 2 runners on now for the Dudes. 2 outs. Here's Lance Burt. He had a great day yesterday. 3 hits in his 4 at-bats, including an RBI single in the third inning. He also scored 2 runs. He had a great day in our first game against the Washington Awards as well. 3 hits and 3 innings for him. That pitch goes high, ball 1 here on Burt. Walked on ball 4 on his last at-bat. He was left on third in the first inning. Here he is again. Malachi's on deck. This one swung at, grounded towards the right side, towards the glove of Pratapus, sends it over to first, and is it there? And the out is secured there. He got his foot on there. He had to outstretch his arm, but he is able to make the out over there on first. Burt grounds out, and that will do it for the top of the second. The Dudes aren't able to put up any more. 4 runners get by. Malachi would be up next for the Dudes, but we'll be back here with VeloTech up at bat in the bottom of the second.
6, 7, 8, Chuck. I like it. Go lock in.
Bottom of the second here from Redmond High School within the city limits of Redmond. Washington Crossan is up at bat here for VeloTech. Here against the Dudes. The Dudes lead 1-0 so far after the score Diaz ran in. Pitch from Lawson goes into the zone for strike one on Crossan. We'll see 6, 7, and 8 for the VeloTech order. Simonson is on deck. We last saw a fly out by O'Brien as this one is sent towards the right side, grounded into the glove of Cohen, sends it to Hernandez at first. And the force out is made over there. Ground out from Crossan. One down now here in the bottom of the second. Simonson up in the batter's box now. The pitch goes far away, is recovered though by Diaz. Ball one on Simonson, 1-0 is the count as Lawson winds up. That one drilled back towards the right side of center field, and Cohen is able to back up, backtrack, and make the grab for the second out. Fly out to the front of the outfield by Simonson.
If I see that, I'm like, okay, homeboy's third ball.
Here's eighth in the order for VeloTech. Chase up at bat now. Strike one as it's fouled off back into the cage, and this one is grounded towards the right side. Gets past Hernandez into right field. And a base hit now for Chase. Puts him on for VeloTech.
Don't matter, 9.
A base hit for him.
Middle easy way,
Here's
we got
Yarwick.
2.
Up at bat now, ninth in the order.
Good idea.
As the pitch goes inside to the left. Ball number one. Lawson winds up, and that one's fouled off back into the net again. Strike one for Cross Skarwick. Count at 1-1 now for ninth in the order for VeloTech. Pitch again outside. This time goes into the zone here from Lawson. Evens the count out at 2-2 for Yarwick. Two-two pitch in the zone, and Yarwick is out looking, and that will do it for a quick 1-2-3-4. Second inning for the Dudes. No more runs put up on the board by either team. We'll be back for the top of the third. The Dudes will be back up. Malachi will start us off.
Straight to like light green, then to dark green. Go, Mally, stay hot. It's actually it's a 110. Go, Mally! This guy has hit a ball 110 miles an hour.
We're back now here.
Go, 1-5.
Game 4 of the Outright Memorial Day tournament for the Dudes, coming off 2 losses and a win back in their first game. There's strike 1 here, pitched by Price. In the zone here for Malachi, who swung on a 1-2 pitch on his last at-bat. Secured a base hit and an RBI in the process. Ended up on second to end the first inning for the Dudes. That pitch goes outside, ball 1. On deck is Gonzalez, and so we'll see Malachi, Kazuma, and Juan, 3, 4, and 5 in the order here for the Dudes. 1-1 is the count here. Price sends that one in. This one is sent over once again to the left side and in play. Big time hit for Malachi there. Puts him all the way around. On second now for the leadoff of the third inning. Malachi now 2 hits so far in his 2 plate appearances this game. A runner on for the Dudes now, trying to put themselves up by a few more scores. So now we've got Kazuma Gonzalez up in the batter's box now, the EH today. As this one's swung at, popped up towards the back of the infield. The grab's made there by Simonson for the first out here.
Go on, so not coming now. Go on. 1 out now.
Juan Hernandez up at bat now, flew out on his last at bat. The pop up behind the dish.
Nobody, Mal.
Pitched a few days ago as well. The EH yesterday grounded out 2 times, a strike out and an RBI as well. There's strike 1 there on Hernandez. 0-1 is the count, coming off of that routine fly out by Gonzalez. 1 out on the board, and Malachi's over on second. There's strike number 2 here for Hernandez. Flew out on the 0-2 count as well on his last at bat in the first. On deck is Lopez. Hernandez, the first baseman today. 0-2. That pitch goes wide. Ball 1.
Clear. More. Yep. Good. Hey, where that?
That one again outside the zone brings the count to 2-2 now for Hernandez.
Get on the bag, Mally. Go in your 2s, Juan. I'm back 3-4. I'm back.
Malachi over on second.
Clear, more.
You see him step up there. Hernandez 2-2. Swings at this one, sends it into center field. Drive out there is caught in center field by Perry as Malachi flirts with trying to steal third, is not going to. Smartly retreats back over to second after that one. Fly out into center field by Hernandez. Puts the second one down here in the third inning for the Dudes. Here's Lopez now up at bat. Right here, 6th in the order. The shortstop today struck out on his last at-bat looking. So here's Price again, sending that one in. This one's grounded up the middle towards the glove of Jones. Sends it back over to first. For the force out at first, and the last one at the top of the third here for the Dudes. That will do it. 4 hitters down. Bomer would be up next, and VeloTech will be at bat up next in the bottom of the third.
Chuck. Hey, 10, 11, 12. Help me pick up, please. Great help.
I was picking up Diane.
Hey, 10, 11, 12, Chuck.
Bottom of the third here from Redmond High. Game 4 of the Art Right series for the Dudes. Here's the first pitch for 10th in the order for VeloTech as it's a fly over to the left side and gets past Malachi over there for a base hit.
Hey, roll me up. Go, Chuck. Give me
10th
another
in the
one.
order Wonk for
Hey,
VeloTech. Now here's 11.
Good.
Down in.
Keep filling, Chuck.
Lawson remains on the mound for the Dudes. He is 10th in the order today.
Good boy.
The lineup, there's a strike there on Downing.
Better pre-pin. Better pre-pin. Lock in.
Price on deck.
Good move. Good.
As Lawson tries to pick off first over there to Hernandez and not going to get him. As Lawson gets reset here on the pitching mound.
Good.
A runner on, that one goes low for a ball. 2 balls, 1 strike, and no outs with a runner on base here for VeloTech. You see him garner a lead over there.
Good.
2-1 pitch, goes into the zone, becomes 2-2 now.
Go, win your 2s, Chuck. Real good.
2 balls, 2 strikes in that. We'll get him out swinging.
Hey, 12 hitter.
Here's 12th in the order now, Price. Up at bat here for VeloTech. Also pitching today for them.